when I present, I also like to tell a bit of a story, And I also like to try and perhaps involve the audience a little bit. So, today's story is going to be, about SGI as a company. I'm going to talk about some solutions with the Nexenta product and that kind of thing, and a bit about big data. But first of all, let's do a little survey of the audience, okay? So who's currently familiar with SGI as a company and our products? So let's see a show of hands. Yes, a few people. That's what I like to see. That's good. That's great. The other question, big data. Are you involved with big data? Do you have big data? Is it causing you problems? Hands up. Big data. No, not so much. And that's kind of interesting because IDC surveys are saying that big data is really top of mind in the enterprise with the guys that make the decisions. But actually, from your survey, it appears perhaps not. Interesting. Anyway, let's move on. So I'm Julian Hicks, SGI. I'm based out of the UK. A number of years in storage, most recently working with Hewlett-Packard out in Chicago. But now, with SGI back in the UK. My role is very much about business development as well. Okay, so it's all about helping you as customers and also as partners to enable you to do business. But SGI as a company, I just want to bring that point up because, if you look up here, been around a few years, over 25 years, and very much working in what we call the high-performance computing space. Okay, so involved in many types of solution areas, cluster computing and storage, software, services, that end-to-end, manufacture and delivery and support that's important to any enterprise thinking about having storage. But really not just storage, it's been very much all about high-performance computing. Okay? So, SGI as a company, definitely building momentum. Okay? Our share price is growing, the press like us, and we've got some very interesting features and functionality with our storage product that I'm going to come into in a minute. But those areas I've been talking about, big data. So, with HPC, you get a lot of big data, and that's something we've been dealing with for many years. Okay, and I'm going to touch on that a little bit later as we go through this presentation. Scale-up computing, powerful servers, many cores and racks of servers providing that capability to ingest lots of data, to analyze data, all part of big data solutions. Actually, on the big data front, anyone use Shazam? It's an application that goes on your mobile phone. Yeah. So when you want to identify a music tune, you can just click Shazam, it will listen to it, identifies it, and then it comes back with the information about the artist, the track, do you want to buy it, do you want to download it, all that good stuff. So that's great on the front end, and that tells you what the music is you're listening to. But on the back end, they're analysing that stuff as well. Record companies then work out demographically who's interested in what tunes, where they're actually interested in them in terms of the demographics of the country. So it's all good stuff, and that's real-time analytics, and you're going to see more and more of that over time. But to do it, you need storage, and you need powerful computers to actually analyze that data. So that's where we are. We work in this space. And we're pushing now more out of that big data space, but also into commercial. Okay? Many customers work with SGI. People like Stephen Hawking modeling black holes, the big square mile kilometer array, genome research, cancer research, very intensive compute environments. Key thing is, though, lots of data. Yeah. And some more of our customers. So over the years, we've been working with customers, Formula One, NBA TV, and I want to talk about NBA TV in a bit more detail a little bit later on. So, did you know that in 2012 we shipped 600 petabytes of storage? Wow, that's quite a lot. And we've done that, with our OEM partners in storage, DDN, NetApp. But really, as a company, we wanted to develop our own solution. Okay? So, to that end, we've come up with the modular infinite storage compute platform. Okay? A very dense, scalable environment. But we wanted it to be a common storage platform, one that could embrace software-defined storage message. Okay? So in other words, I like to say multiple personalities, infinite possibilities. It's your choice as customers what you actually might want to put onto this storage platform. Okay? So, what does it look like? That's what it looks like. There's one outside on our stand. But in a nutshell, very highly dense. Okay? It can have compute. It has all the interconnects for fiber channel, iSCSI, networking, etc. But importantly, as a product, it can be either tin. We have one of our customers, Alcatel, who've invested in that dense platform. They want to run that with their environment and have their own software running on it to enable their hosting business. Or SGI has got an OEM arrangement with Nexenta, and that's why I'm here today, really, to talk about this arrangement and Nexenta as a product on our platform. And we went into this global OEM agreement a couple of years ago. And the key differentiator of this arrangement is that SGI are a one-stop shop for the product. So if you purchase it through us on our platform, then we are that one throat to choke, as they like to say. Okay? The support, the servicing, the upgrades, the ongoing care and feeding of our customers, that's down to us. So why do we want Nexenta? Because we felt it was the best of breed solution that would work really well with our product. Okay? Because it's got enterprise storage features, thin provisioning, snapshotting, replication, to name just a few. And the great thing is those things are all inclusive of the price, so you're not paying additional license fees, which is what you typically do with tier 1 storage providers. The big boys, such as the EMCs and the NetApps, they charge a lot of money. With this, you're getting a very cost-effective hardware and software solution as a bundle. And to us, that was important because that's what we want to offer to our customers. Value for money, but a modern, current solution. Not a solution developed 25 years ago that people are trying to bodge, glue together all the latest functions and features. This comes with it in the box. It's very current. It gives us flexibility as a solution. It's not just file, it's block as well. So unified. And that's very much, I think, the message of today. That's what people want to see. That's what they want to use. A very open solution. And it's modular and scalable, another thing that we wanted. So we wanted this to be able to start relatively small footprint, cost effectively for perhaps the smaller customer, and then grow with that customer over time. Because we want to retain customers, and we want to make them able to get a starting point. End-to-end data integrity. ZFS is a great file system. It's pretty much unmatched in terms of how it looks after your data, and it's all about keeping that data intact. But I like the hybrid storage feature. I think that's pretty cool. You have some SSDs in our array. You have perhaps slower speed, large capacity drives. But with the hybrid storage pool, you can actually combine that to have this large in-memory caching area. So you get high performance, but again, cheaper capacity drives. It's all about cost. Saving customers cost, but giving them the performance they need for their applications and their data. So, key features. You guys, I'm pretty sure you've had plenty of slides to look at today around key features of the product, of the Nexenta product. Let's just pick up on a couple here. Compression and dedupe. Wow, you're getting that in the box. And that's pretty good. I think there may be only one other manufacturer out there that can actually do it in the array. So that's quite an awesome thing to have. I mentioned no silent data corruption around the data integrity. That's part of ZFS and what it can do for you. But, this is what Nexenta gives you. So I'm not really going to go into the detail about those bits and pieces. I'll leave it to the Nexenta guys to really talk about it in detail when you meet them outside. Sample use cases, of course. With our environment, we've called it a NAS, but actually, in actual fact, it's very much unified. So we are giving ourselves the capability around NFS and CIFS, home directories. The previous speaker talking about VMware, very much around storage consolidation and VDI. This platform can give you that capability. And again, the hybrid storage pools with that SSD functionality is beautiful for boot storms and things in VDI environments. Gives you that performance you need. A few actual use cases. I'm just going to talk briefly about these. We've got a customer. They've got some training software, and they basically use it for online video editing. So they film athletes, if you will, and then the coaches can actually tell the athletes about their performance, what they think, how well they've done. And they use this online video editing software to do that. We're actually supplying storage on the back end for this particular project, and it's going to be block storage, because that's what happens to work best with this particular software. Life science company simply want big data area for storing file share, for storing lots of data from their research that they do. Broadcast and media, a VMware platform, a perfect platform for all that, for housing the large ingest of data that you get and then playing it back. And file sharing, but key thing here, business continuity. So many customers need to protect their data. They don't want it just in one site, they want a multi-site capability. The Nexenta product can give you that. Asynchronous, synchronous replication, move that data from site to site, protect your business. So, this slide, it shows us the naked platform that I was talking about. It shows us one of the personalities, the Nexenta platform. I'm now going to shamelessly hijack this and just promote our latest incarnation, which is the SGI Infinite Storage Gateway, an active archive platform. So just a few slides on this before I finish. It's all about aligning data with the right storage at the right time, because you've invested, say, in expensive primary storage like a 3-PAR array, an EMC. They're expensive, and you bought those probably because you wanted high performance. But what's happening with all the data we're getting today, the unstructured data, is it's filling up those expensive arrays. And usually those tier 1 providers will say, it's okay, we'll just sell you another cabinet, extend your array. That's fine, but it's still expensive storage. It's not really what you wanted it for in the first place. So, the point is, put in a gateway here, our ISG as we call it, the Infinite Storage Gateway, running DMF technology, Data Migration Facility. Basically, you can virtualize the back end on much cheaper storage. You can take data from here, simply migrate into there, and allow that policy-driven to move data back and forth. But the key thing with this is, as far as the users are concerned, that data is visible. They want something back, they click on it, it's back, okay? Yeah, it may take a couple of minutes if it's got to retrieve it from tape, but it comes back. So, it's all about trying to save customers money. Sweat your asset, do more with it, reduce the amount of storage you've got on that primary store, take it off, put it through the gateway. It's available, it's active, okay? This isn't backup, active storage. So, as I said, purpose-built appliance uses DMF software. One of those customers we have is the NBA. Okay, they're not on the slide, doesn't matter. The NBA are a good case point. They have 18 petabytes of storage held in a DMF environment on the back end. Their front end happens to be EMC, I think NetApp. That front end hasn't grown significantly in size over quite some many years. They're ingesting probably about 40 terabytes a day. They have 9 HD cameras at each basketball game. That's pretty awesome. And we're managing that environment. So DMF is a proven product. So with that, remember Nexenta. We're very much a partner with Nexenta, and we're proud to OEM this product and sell it with our solution. Thank you very much. And basically, I'd like to, or I hope you'll come and visit me on the display stand. There we can deal with some questions if you have them. Thank you.